Annealing is one of those scary, complicated-sounding terms that brings up images of alchemists, big industrial factories, rocket science, and the Electoral College. It's really nothing nearly so complex or arcane, though, and mastering it is really quite straightforward. Of course, the big question is, why do you want to anneal photoetch in the first place? Photoetched metal comes flat, but often has to be curved to make things like gun barrels or to be mounted onto the surface of something. If it's very thin, generally this isn't a problem, but if you're using thicker etch or the bend radius is small, the metal will act like a spring and eventually pop back straight. The solution is to get rid of the springiness before shaping it. To eliminate the springiness, you anneal it, which just means that you heat it, let it cool, then form it. The full explanation is only slightly more complicated than that. One of the most common ways to anneal PE parts is with a torch. Just apply the flame to the part, making sure that you heat it evenly so that there are no remaining hard areas. Continue the heating for a few minutes. The longer you anneal the brass, the softer and easier to work with it will become. Now just set the brass aside to cool slowly. Once it's cool, you can form it to your part. If you find it still springs back, you can anneal it again. If you have a gas range, you can use a burner in place of a torch. Flame annealing is fast and convenient, but it can raise havoc with fine detail. Luckily, there's a way around this limitation: the electric stovetop. The steps here are exactly the same as with flame annealing. Heat the metal, let it cool, and form it. One quick note: glass stovetops generally don't get hot enough to anneal brass. Your local discount shop, though, may be able to come to your rescue. This electric hot plate was only $10 at the local discount store. Just be sure to get a coil type rated at least 800 watts and not a ceramic one with a lower rating, as it just won't work. Turn on the coils and let them get hot. Then add the brass. Notice how the brass discolors. This is normal and nothing to worry about. You'll need to move the brass occasionally to ensure even heating. Also, the metal may not glow, in which case just give it some extra time. As before, remove the brass from heat, let it cool off naturally, and form. Annealing really is as simple and straightforward as that.